Hello, it's Jess from thiscraftyheart.com here on the Kat Scrappiness YouTube channel, and today we are going to do something a little bit different. Now, usually when I sit down to do my videos, I have a plan about what I'm going to craft, but when I filmed this video, I did not know for sure what I was going to do. I knew that I wanted to use the fine line flower craft dies from Kat Scrappiness because they are gorgeous. I've seen these used as flowers, but I've also seen them used as snowflakes or poinsettias. I do have a couple of other projects that I started with these that I'll show you now. For this first one, I used some Bounty Teal glitter mousse on teal cardstock, let it dry, and then I cut my flowers from that. On my background, I used the Snowfall stencil with some diamond glitter mousse. And I also used my ink dabber over some of the die cut fine line flowers to create kind of a shadow on my background. It's obviously not finished yet, but this card could be used year round, or I think it would actually make a really pretty winter or non-traditional Christmas card. For this next background, these are actually the flowers that I was using to ink up my other background. And then I was like, well, these are too pretty to throw away. So I splattered some ink onto my white cardstock and just glued my die cuts down. This would also make a really pretty Christmas card or a wedding card, actually. I've seen a lot of weddings in recent years where Tiffany blue is one of the wedding colors. So I was kind of thinking that a rainbow of flowers would be really fun and pretty. So before I started filming, I got out some Cat's Color Studio cardstock in Rosy Glow, Pumpkin Spice, Honeycomb, Kiwi Kiss, Ocean Mist, and Grape Soda. I also grabbed some inks and distress oxides that I think will work well with these cardstock colors. The distress oxide colors that I'll be using are Worn Lipstick, Spiced Marmalade, Salvaged Patina, and Wilted Violet. I also grabbed a Hero Hues water reactive ink in Key Lime Fizz, which matches really nicely with the Kiwi Kiss, as well as a Simon Says Stamp Positively Saturated ink cube in the color Zest. I have some inexpensive blending brushes that I purchased from maybe Amazon. I don't know if I can use my regular blending brushes with distress oxides. I've heard it both ways, so I just have a set for them. And since the Zest is a dye ink, I'll use my regular fluffy blending brush. Since I want to cover a lot of the background with this color, that's why I'm using the fluffy instead of my much loved Kat Scrappiness blending brushes. I started by blending the Zest ink through the middle of my background at a diagonal. Next, I'll bring in my Spiced Marmalade Distress Oxide and blend it. And then I'll blend Worn Lipstick Distress Oxide. Now, I don't know if the Hero Inks Reactive is a dye ink or a hybrid or a pigment, but I'll just go ahead and use my green oxide brush to blend this on. Since most of this background will be covered with die cut flowers, I'm not worried about a smooth blend at all. Then I'll add some Salvaged Patina, and finally Wilted Violet. Next, I'll spray some water into my hand from my spray bottle and sort of shake my hand over the top of my background to add some water drops. I'll let it sit for a few seconds and then I'll blot up the water. And here is where I realized that I messed up. I didn't use my Kat Scrappiness white cardstock, so this cardstock that I used blistered where I put the water down. I considered redoing the piece, but I decided to leave it since I'll be covering it with die cut flowers, so I'll set that aside to dry while I do my die cutting. I die cut one of the largest, 2 of the next largest, 3 of the third largest or the middle size, 4 of the fourth largest or the second largest, and 2 of the smallest ones from a variety of colors. What I'm envisioning for these flowers is a 2-layer flowers in 2 different colors. Now, I may not use all of these flowers, but I'll certainly hang on to any extras for future projects. Off camera, I'll assemble my flowers by adding a drop of glue to the centers. Once those are glued, I'll work on finding the perfect placement for these on my background, which can be a bit of a struggle. Once I finally get there, I'll start gluing my flowers down. I'm only adding glue to the bottom layer of these flowers, which will make for a somewhat dainty card, but you could certainly add more glue if you wanted. I'll set a heavy block on my project while the glue dries. Then I'll pick up my project and use a pair of shears to trim the excess flowers flush with the edges. As I look at it, I decide that the colors on this project would really pop if my card had a bit of a black border. So I'll trim 1/8 of an inch-ish from all 4 edges of my card. While I'm doing that, I remember a handy hack that I've seen somewhere on YouTube for gluing dainty die cuts. I wish I knew who to credit for this because it's a great idea. You just get a silicone basting brush and trim the bristles down to about 1/2 inch. Then put a puddle of glue onto a nonstick craft mat or even a piece of scratch paper. Dip your brush into the glue and sort of paint or dab the glue onto your die cut. Once you're done, you can just toss your silicone brush into a tub of soapy water and the glue comes right off. Or if you use scratch paper, you can just throw your scratch paper away. I'll go ahead and glue my 4-inch by 5 1/4 inch background onto a piece of black cardstock and set a heavy block on top while it dries. For my sentiment today, I'll be using the Sentiment Sampler stamp set. This is my favorite sentiment stamp set because there are just so many perfect sentiments. I'll put some black cardstock into my MISTI, dust it with anti-static powder tool, and stamp my sentiment with Versamark ink. Then I'll add white embossing powder and heat emboss it. Once my embossing is cooled, I'll rub off the excess anti-static powder and then use my trimmer to trim the sentiment down close. I'll adhere my sentiment with some black foam squares. Then adhere everything to a card base. Since I cut all of my card bases and my backgrounds using a trimmer, sometimes my pieces aren't exactly the same size. So I do have a little bit of like cardstock overhang, and I'll just use my big rotary trimmer to trim that little bit of excess white cardstock off the top. And I've decided that this card simply must have sparkle. So I'll use some clear iridescent sequins and scatter them all over, then glue them in place. And that's my project for today. Considering that I wasn't even sure what I was going to make when I sat down to craft, I'm really happy with how this cheerful, colorful card turned out. As always, thank you so much for spending part of your day with me here on the Kat Scrappiness YouTube channel. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment below, and subscribe to the Kat Scrappiness YouTube channel to make sure you get notified when new crafty inspiration is posted.